7:03. I'm so sorry. Whoo, I just ran down here. So yes, let's get everybody a minute to get in here and get all your things together. I have to get a couple of my things. Oh no, I have one thing right here. Um, yeah, so get all your things together. If you're here live, say hi so we can chat and have some fun together. I've got my timer. I do need to get just a couple things because that was almost an avalanche. So excuse my reach there. Sorry about that. Hey, hi Renee, how are you? Woo, okay, so today we're gonna give everybody a minute or two. I was a couple minutes late. I'm so sorry. Henry had voice lessons downtown Lansing-ish, like actually a little bit further than downtown. And it just took us a little longer than I was hoping to get back. So I ran in the house, went and used the restroom, grabbed all my stuff, ran downstairs. So now I'm here. Okay. So yay. All right. Hi, Carol. Hi, Robin. How's everybody? If you're here live, say hi so I can chat with you. So first, I'm going to tell you the supplies in case you didn't see the supply list or you're just like running behind like I am right now. Hold on a second. I need to do something here so I can see everything. Okay, good. Jackie's here. Hey, Jackie. You love how yours looks. I'm so excited. So I remember yesterday you said it's just black and I can't see the spray, and now you can see the spray. Isn't that fun? It's so fun. Here's mine. So loving this. I love this stencil, and I'm excited to see where this goes. We will talk about this step that we just did last night. Something on mine here. In a minute. I just want to quickly say like what we need for tonight. We can answer any questions if anybody isn't happy with their background so far, or like, hey, why does mine look like this, or whatever. We can chat about it. I would love to chat about it. And then we'll get started. We won't take too long, okay? I just need to like get settled a little bit because I'm all frantic because I was like rushing to get home so I could get online on time. So anyway, okay. So the supplies you need tonight: StazOn ink, because it's solvent ink. Any solvent ink you have will work, but StazOn is just generally the best. Some kind of like texture or background stamp or some kind of stamp. What I'm picturing in my head is a stamp. Sorry. Excuse me. I did not bring my water down. Excuse me. A stamp that you could like stamp over this raised area and just get some more stuff going on, you know, like some more visual texture sort of. That's what I'm picturing in my head. Now, if you're like, oh, I don't want to do that because that doesn't go with whatever you're making, then don't do that. Okay. These are just suggestions at this point. In fact, all of the supplies listed from now forward are suggestions, okay? Because this is your project. You're making whatever it is you want to make, and I can't tell you what that's going to be, okay? You are the only one that knows that. So excuse me, I'm so sorry, my throat is like catching. So I'm going to give you some direction and like show you what I'm doing, and I'm telling you like each day generally what you're going to want to have. Like today we're going to be doing, today we're going to be making doodles and making more marks on our background to just prepare it for the next day. Tomorrow you'll see later. Tonight the supply list for tomorrow will be posted, and it's things for layering, so if you want to do any layering, and just adding like, what's the word I want to use? Adding supporting, I call it supporting cast for your focal point. So we'll talk about that more tomorrow. But the main thing I want to say right now is that like if you don't have a background stamp that you want to use on your raised background here, and you're like, I just really like it the way it is, then don't do that part, okay? Maybe you just want to take a Posca pen, and I said a white one because it'll be interesting to draw on the black here and to see what colors come out, right? Or if it stays white. I don't think it will. But if you want to use like a yellow one or blue or purple, like do that. Do whatever makes you happy, okay? So let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if your background isn't like looking the way you want it to look or anything like that. I did have a question come through. That's interesting. Okay, sorry. I had a question come through. Some like, okay, a couple people I saw. Thank you for those of you that posted your this day 2 results in the collective. I just took a picture of mine. I just came downstairs for the first time today. So I will post this before I make any marks on it tonight. After we're done here, I'll post it in the collective. But if you haven't made any marks yet, if you could really just take a picture of where you are here in this stage of the process and share it in the collective, I would love that. And if you're not a member of Cass's Collective yet, you need to be. It is there's a visit group button at the top of my business page on Facebook, and you just hit that and join the group. And I think I have to approve you, but no big deal. And then you can share in there and you can see what's going on. Okay, so do that. Okay, so does everybody have their texture stamps if they're going to use them? And are we ready for tonight? Or are there any questions? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I started to say there were a couple people that like their backgrounds didn't turn out quite the way they thought they would, or it just wasn't as like vibrant or as much color as they wanted. And if that happens, I want to say two things real quick, and I promise we'll get started. Number one, it just means that you either used an art spray that isn't water reactive after it dries. So remember when we were doing the step, I said you definitely want to make sure that first night that it's an art spray that once it dries and you get it wet again, it's going to move around again. Okay, that's really important. That's the only way this works. The other thing it could be is that you just didn't use enough art spray. So really, this should be like totally covered, like even puddling a little bit in some areas, because the more pigment, the better. Okay, so those are the two things that could cause it. Now, at this stage in the game, if it doesn't look the way you want, you know what you do? You just spray on top. And this is modeling paste. It's just going to soak it in. Whether it's soaking it in from underneath or from the top, it doesn't matter. Okay. Hi, Stephanie. It's okay. You're not late. You're fine. I was late too. And we're just getting started. I'm just sort of talking about, yesterday's piece. And if there's any questions, ask them now. If you have your supplies ready, you need stays on some background texture stamps. We're just going to be stamping over this raised area. And then if you want to do any doodling with your Posca pen, I'm going to use white. You could use any color you want. That's what we're doing tonight. And we're going to start in just like 1 minute. Okay. I just wanted to talk to those people that said they had, that their backgrounds just didn't quite turn out the way they thought they would. So you can still change it, right? You can add more spray to the top of it and then just dry it and then do the next step. Okay. So no big deal. Okay. Anything else? Jackie says, I'll post. My stencil design may not be big enough to have background stamping, but we'll see. And that's okay too. Yeah, that's totally okay, because we all have different things going on. So whatever, right? And also, if this is your first time doing this process, this is just a practice, right? Like you may end up with something that you really like. You may end up with something that you're like, okay, well, it was cool to learn that, but now I have an idea and I'm going to go do it again on my own, And if you click that link and signed up to get access to my class portal for this, you have lifetime access to all of the videos that we're making here. So you can go back through this 5-day process a million times if you want. And you don't always have to use black gesso. You could do it with other gesso, white gesso, or you could do anything really and just break it down into quick 10-minute intervals. Okay, are we ready now for tonight? Sorry, that was a lot of talking, but I wanted to make sure that everybody feels comfortable. We're ready to move on, and we all have our supplies and we're good to go. If there's any questions as we're going, just ask, no big deal. All right, let me switch my camera. Here we go. I'm so excited. I love this background. Remember, mine is going to be a journal too, so it's going to be like this or like this. I don't know yet. We'll see. Ooh, that's a good spot right here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm just loving it. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are too. So here we go. I've got 10 minutes on the timer. We're starting a little late. I'm so sorry, but it's worth it, I think. Okay, here we go. And go. So first, what I'm going to do is use my StazOn. And if you had different color StazOn, you know, that's also an option. Definitely do whatever feels good. I would just say use a solvent ink so that it's not going to be runny. Okay, so I've got my StazOn. I'm going to put that timer where we can all see it. And I just got a couple different background stamps here, you know, just whatever. I don't know what I'm going to use or not. I just grabbed a few. And let's just see what happens. It'd be cool if you had like a light or like a small text or something. That would be really cool. I think I like this checkerboard one. Let's see what I get with this. Oh, sorry, I don't have the best setup for this right now. And so, oh, that is so cool. Okay, I'm excited. I'll show you guys in a second. Well, you might kind of be able to see here. So if you are going to use a stamp and do some texturing, I would say, you know, think about balance here, okay? You can be random for sure, but maybe don't put it all in one area unless you're going to put like a different stamp in another area so that they balance each other out. Just think about that. You get to decide if you want it all in one area and nowhere else, and you're making that conscious decision to do that. Fantastic. Okay, do what feels good for you. But I'm really liking these little checker pieces. See how it sort of like brings that, using the black, sort of brings that part back down, right? So it's just breaking it up a little bit more, giving it some more visual interest and texture. Very, very cool. I can't wait to see what you guys are doing. I can't wait to have some like Zoom calls with you so I can actually talk to you and see what you're working on and see your awesome, beautiful faces. It's going to be awesome. We'll get there. Okay, let's see. I think I like this. This is like scratchy lines, sort of. Let's see what I get out of this. I don't want a ton of inking here because I do really like the colors, but I just want, it just adds a little extra. You'll see if you're doing it. Okay, I think I'm going to be probably good. Well, let's do a little bit right here. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, when you're done, and you take as much time as you need for this step, okay? Well, within reason, because we do have a timer. We're at 7 minutes, so you've got plenty of time left whenever you're ready, or you can even go back and forth with whatever feels right for you in the moment. But I'm going to take a Posca pen and just going to doodle around, okay? And so you could doodle on top of your textured area that we did with the modeling paste, or you could doodle right on the black gesso behind. And if there is art spray still left on, whoops. If there is art spray still left on the black gessoed area, it's probably going to turn your doodle colors. So let's just try it and see. That's my guess. I've never done that before, but I would imagine so. It's an acrylic product, so, and it might not do it right away. It might, as it dries. Yeah, it's kind of starting to turn. So I'm just going to be like outlining some of this negative space just for fun. Just, again, this is just another way to bring some interesting shapes and textures into your piece. So some of them I'm outlining, some of them I'm just putting like stripes through the middle. I like these little like blobby areas. And you get to do whatever feels good for you. obviously. All right. I would really also love it tonight if you shared whatever you do tonight, like show me a day 2 and a day 3 in the collective. Since this doesn't have to dry, I will also do that tonight. As soon as we're done, I'll take a picture of wherever we land here and I'll post them in the group as well. Okay. It's just really fun to see the progress and to see how everyone's is kind of different. Even though we're doing the same steps, we all are going to end up with something completely different. And I absolutely love that. So, all right, maybe I'm going to do some dots. That's pretty fun. And whoops, got my hand in there. How's everybody doing? Let me know if you have any questions. I know you're all busy working, hopefully. Okay, we're at 4.5 minutes, 4.5 minutes left. So if you haven't started doodling and you want to, I would probably start that pretty soon. I'll be quiet for a minute and let you guys work. This is so fun. I think I'm going to outline everything. So I didn't stay quiet for very long, did I? It's funny because I was driving Henry home from his practice just now, and I was talking to him, and he was like giving me like one-word answers. He's just like doing his own thing or whatever. And I said, well, you don't want to talk to me? And he's like, yeah, Mom, I'm busy. You know, he didn't say that, but he's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know. And I said, okay, I'll just be quiet because you're busy. You're doing something and I can just be quiet and drive. And I think I lasted about 4 seconds and I started talking again. I don't know. I guess it's just me. It's just the mood I'm in right now, I suppose. Okay. All right, let's see. We're at 2 minutes, 50 seconds. I'm going to challenge you to actually stop tonight after 10 minutes. I don't know if you've been stopping the whole time at 10 minutes or if you work after, but I would challenge you tonight to just doodle and stamp for 10 minutes and then just be done with it and let it be whatever it is. Because I know for me, sometimes in this step, I can like really overthink it and like, oh, is it enough? Is it not? Is it too much? Whatever. And sometimes you just got to say, okay, I'm done, and then walk away. And maybe next time you'll come back to it and, you know, you'll say, oh, there's a spot here. I want to add this thing. And that's fine. But for the most part, you know, just let it just be done, let it be done, and then move on. Separate. I can't believe, I mean, I don't think I've ever used the stencil, and I just can't believe it because I love it so much. It looks really cool. How are we doing? Let's see. You've got 1.5 minutes left. 1 minute 30. Time to hustle if you're feeling like you're not done yet. Time for the hustle. "42 seconds. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to hustle now because I want to fill in all of this. Okay, go Cassie, go, 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 go. You got this. Do it. Woo. That's stressful. Did I get it all? I think so. Oh my goodness. Just under the wire. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, pens down, markers down. We are done. Was that fun? I think that was so fun. Man, I did not know what I was going to do. And I am loving where this is going. Super duper cool. So I'll definitely take a picture of today after this step. But look at this. Look at how much more dynamic and fun this is. And all I've done is added a little bit of stamping texture on top and outlined around everything and I did some outlining on the big areas. And then these smaller holes, I just did either stripes or dots and just didn't overthink it. Just go. So, all right. Let me switch over here and say goodnight. Okay. So anybody have questions before we get off for tonight? I think we should all be good. This was a pretty easy step, nice and easy, and like let your brain just kind of flow and see where the doodles take you. Hopefully that's what happened for you. Okay, so we will be live again tomorrow. I will be on time tomorrow. I don't have anything right before this hour, so I will be here at 7 o'clock, and we'll do day 4. Watch out. I think it posts around 8 p.m. or so for the supplies for tomorrow. And again, it's suggestions. So if you don't have all the things, don't sweat it. And if you think of something else that you want that I didn't put on the list, bring it. It's great. Okay. This is your project. So I want you to own it and do whatever feels good for you. Okay. So good night, everybody. I love you. And we'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Bye.